Hi, I'm Mostly in the Moment, and I'm glad you're here with me. We're going to be looking at the twin flame energies for the week of April 2nd through the 8th. April 7th is my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, I love you. We're going to be looking at the divine feminines, the divine masculines, and union energy. If you're new to my channel, you can subscribe for weekly twin flame energy reads. And it is union season, so a lot of twins will be coming into reunion with their twins. But that means that there are also a new wave of twins that are going to be meeting their twins for the first time. And my readings are usually for twins that have met their twins, been going through awakening, have done their spiritual work, and are ready to come into union again. For those of you who are awakening and would like some tools, I recommend the YouTube channels for Victor Odo, Jordan Sather and Destroying the Illusion, Brian Cropper, and the OG Dolores Cannon. Alright, let's get started. So for the recent past energies coming up to the beginning of this week, union energies are both the feminine and masculines working very hard on this union and in their own lives. Because what we have for the clarifier is the Ten of Pentacles. Both twins, the masculines and feminines, can see this long-term potential between the twin and themselves and with the world, where they want to live, the family they want, the lifestyle they want, and they're both realizing that they can have it all. You know, they don't have to sacrifice any wish or hope, and then they can manifest it together. And so they're both working hard, whether it's together or separately, to manifest this beautiful, long-term home life. For the divine feminines in the recent past, for the heart energies, we have the Five of Pentacles, and it's clarified by the Four of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. A lot of feeling left out in the cold, feeling bored and waiting around a lot. Your heart feels a sense of you've been patient for a very long time, and you don't want to be impatient because you've already been waiting a long time, but it's kind of like, what else is there? I can't just keep being patient. There must be more to this. I'm not waiting around. I'm doing my own thing, and I still feel left out in the cold. What's with that? Because in your mental space, you feel you're at a good spot. You're a good spot emotionally with a lot of aspects in your life. With your career and finances, is something fulfilling you're doing, whether it's your work that's fulfilling or your hobby that's fulfilling, your friends and family life that's fulfilling, your home life, you know, your you time. You're feeling fulfilled, and it's kind of like, well, there's only one thing that I'm missing. And although you're kind of still have the big picture and long-term vision in mind, it's kind of like you want to share this. You know, it's like, I've built this life to share. It'd be a lot better if I could share this beautiful life I've created for myself, you know? In your physical space, you might have taken a short trip, gone on vacation, maybe went to go see a friend, old friend, or some family, taking a family vacation with your kids, you know, girls' night, boys' night, you know, in Vegas. I don't know where that came from. I guess someone went to Vegas, or something like that, you know, just a trip to have fun, you know, a hiking trip, a work trip that ended up being fun, you know, meeting new people, a spiritual trip. Some of you might have gone on like a spiritual retreat. And there might have been communication with the masculine. The feminines might have communicated with the masculines. Which kind of made for like a mini reunion. This reaching out. It might have been a while that you reached out. It might have been while you were away or while they were away. Somewhere further away. Okay. For the masculine's recent past energies in the last week, coming up to the beginning of this week, they also are patiently waiting. They feel like they want this romantic partnership. They're ready for this romantic partnership, but they're waiting. They're a little bit guarded. How the feminine was guarded in last week's reading, the masculines are now guarded. They feel like they need to protect themselves. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to make any moves too soon or too late. They're just really guarded about their decisions, and they're really protective of their heart. And so even though they want a romantic relationship, and they might feel like this might be the one, they want to wait because they don't want to get rejected, hurt themselves, or they might have just felt like they just healed and they don't want to open up old wounds. In their mental space, they have the Knight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles with the Page of Cups as a clarifier. They might have felt this cup of love being received if the feminines reached out to the masculines, or the masculines may really, really want to reach out to the feminine and offer this cup of love. And the Knight of Cups is like, they have these like romantic feelings and they just want to rush out and come tell you, and they want to share with you. They're emotionally overwhelmed and just kind of want to blurt it out, but at the same time, even if they really want to, and if it's on their mind 24/7, they're guarded, so they might have trouble actually making the move, because their physical space in the recent past is the Empress with the Ten of Cups. They see you in this magnificent light. They see you for all the love that you are. They can see this Ten of Cups, perfect home life, family, living on a beautiful 10-acre property. I don't know. Whatever your dream living situation is, they can see themselves living with the beautiful goddess. And that's why they have this feeling of wanting to tell you how much you actually mean to them. And it all indicates that he was thinking about this and feeling this a lot in the recent past to earlier this week, but still feeling a little bit guarded, maybe insecure, or protective of what he's built while he's still continuing to build. All right, so for the current union energies, we have the Ace of Wands and the World. And these cards came out very fast. They just kind of flew out of the deck. And it just kind of means very fast moving action. A lot of beginnings and endings. The ending being the coming together and fulfillment, having all parts of your life finally come together. And the Ace of Wands is this passion, this desire, this will to have this completion. There's a lot of passion and desire from both the feminines and masculines to come together to complete their life, you know, and be completely fulfilled. You know, it's like you've been working on every single part of your life, and now you have like your second wind, like where you just like come in and you have so much willpower and so much personal power and desire and passion to just come in and bring it all together. Bring it all together. Bring the world together. Be completely fulfilled. Why not? You've been working on this so hard. For the general energies for this reading, we had the Empress, the Knight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. As if there's a lot of nurturing of this relationship going on. You guys are nurturing yourselves, nurturing the relationship, nurturing people around you, and that is manifesting this reunion like tenfold. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands, like a lot of fast-moving action. With the Wheel of Fortune, like the fate part of this reunion is unfolding like so much faster. Oh my goodness, while I was saying that, I saw 11:11. And so we have both twins doing great, working on themselves, working to help others, working with others, and that's kind of manifesting this union faster because you're going to want to, you know, nourish the relationship between each other, nourish your working relationship, you know, your sexual relationship, your romantic relationship, your family relationship. It's a lot of nurturing all parts of your life, like all elements. And this stuff is happening fast, you know. There's reunions happening left and right. And there's like a 9 of Wands that want to pop up with the general energies. And that's kind of like, been working so hard and it's just such a little bit more to go. And almost to the point where you want to give up sometimes, but that's when you know that you're so close. When you're at that point where you're just like, oh my goodness, like I've been going and going and going, and you know, I've been taking care of myself, so I've been taking the breaks when I need to fill my own cup. I've been helping others, or you know, being involved in my community and my passions. It's like, but it's like so much work that I've done. You might want to just like give up sometimes. But you're so close, you're so there. This for the feminines, we have, for the current heart space, we have the Devil with the 4 of Swords. Like, this rest period is like, it might get to you at some points. It's like, how much downtime do I have between then and now? And it's it might have manifested in ways that you might have indulged a little bit with, you know, the foods you've been eating, maybe some sort of habit you've had in the past you might have indulged. I know I indulged in a little bit of drinking the past few weeks, although I'm actively trying not to drink or quit drinking. Not that I have an alcohol problem. Well, I think society in general has a little bit of a drinking problem, but that's, you know, neither here or there. I have no qualms about it. I don't, you know, I've been there, done all of it. So, but I, you know, a little bit of indulging, maybe, you know, if you have a sweet tooth, you know, you go all out with the desserts. But then it's kind of like the complete opposite. Then you're like eating completely healthy, or you go for a jog. I don't know, you help out a friend in need. Is kind of like balancing out like who you were and who you are now. And although you've edged out the old you, it might be popping up its ugly rear head because of all this like downtime, you know, because you like been working on every part of your life. It's just like this last push. Yeah, because in your headspace, we have the Page of Cups with the Seven of Cups. Like, you're in a little bit of like a dreamy mood. You might be daydreaming a lot. You might be having intense dreams of not just your twin flame, but of like your ideal life, the world you want to live in, the people you want to have in your life. In your physical space, we have the Six of Cups, which is the reunion card. So yeah, a lot of twins are going to be coming into union or meeting up with their twins or talking to their twins. But it's clarified with the King of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So there might be, even though there might be communication or an accidental meetup with your twin, although you guys are at a place where you might be really good with yourselves, financially, where you live, and you're ready to share, there might be some sort of minor conflict. It might be like a Mercury retrograde kind of deal. So it might be like you come into like a small union and then you're slowly working your way up to like a better, fantastic, amazing, full out union. Because masculines here, for the heart space, they have the Emperor with the Lover's card as a clarifier. They feel like they have the power in this situation now. Like they have the choice in regards to how this twin flame journey goes. They might have the say, or might feel like they have the say in the structure of your relationship, how many times you see each other, maybe when they're gonna communicate, when you'll meet up, or how many times you'll meet up, or in what circumstances you meet up. If it's about more like moving in and long-term plans, finances, building a home, he might be taking charge in that aspect, and where you guys might live, or he's been working on this house project for a while, so it's kind of like he's got the say in that. So he might be feeling like he's making the choices in love, and that he has the ball in his court, so to speak. His headspace, though, okay, so out of all the energies here, the most intense energies are coming from the masculine's mental energies. We have the Moon, the Judgment, and Justice also popped up, with the clarifier of the Eight of Cups and the Temperance. So we have like major arcanas here, really heavy energies. The Moon and the Judgment came out together. Like, there's a lot of things still going on behind the scenes with masculines in making the call, and with the Justice card, like, he wants to be fair, not just to the divine feminines, but to himself. He might have been treated unfairly recently or in the past, and he wants to make sure that he's never treated unfairly again. That might be where the guardedness is coming from. He's not sure where this is going, and that's probably why he feels like he needs to make choices in the structure of the relationship, because he doesn't want to have that unequal partnership when it comes to relationship anymore. That's why the Eight of Cups is here, is because he's left his past self, his past version of dealing with relationships, and he wants to deal with it in a whole new way where it's balanced and equal sharing of love, that you're supporting each other's dreams and not just one person's dreams, that one person isn't taking the load, and it's more balanced and fair. And there's a lot of thoughts like these going on with the masculines currently. With the structure of the relationship. But in his physical space with the divine feminines, they have the Queen of Wands with the Four of Wands. Like, they are working towards physically right now on this home. Like, physically, they're working on building a home with the feminine, who seems like they're already 5 steps ahead. That they're very optimistic and positive about this future, this new start. It's like the feminine has bloomed like a flower, It's like you're coming off very ready, and this is you're gonna see this in the energies that are to come. Like, he's seeing you as the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, Earth and Fire together. Okay, so during my meditation before this reading, first of all, I was channeling the Twin Flame Collective, and I kept getting the throat chakra, and I kept getting advised to clear and cleanse my throat chakra, and it was for this twin flame journey. And it's if we're coming into union, the throat chakra is going to be very important for both the masculines and feminines, to be able to speak your truth, to be able to speak to each other clearly, to speak to each other honestly. And that's a huge thing to focus on when you guys do meet up and talk to each other, is making sure you talk to each other honestly, even if you guys don't agree, And then also I was guided to do this with my fingers while meditating, which is, I don't usually use that during meditation, but I was guided to. And when I looked it up after, it was balancing out and between fire and earth, and balancing these energies out, and also bringing positivity into your life. So I feel like the masculine is seeing that the feminine is being very balanced in her passion, her desire to move forward and to, make things happen, actions in the physical world, but they're also very grounded with their everything. It's like the feminists have been working on everything, balancing their checkbook, taking care of their home, their kids or their parents. They're very nurturing to themselves and others, and they still have time to look good. So it's like the masculines can see that they're ready for this new structured home life. And where these energies might go is a lot of intuition. There might be, like with the divine masculines right now, there's a lot of divine work going on with, helping them and guiding them and advising them with this twin flame journey and their spiritual journey. In the near future, one or both of you might get someone that shows up into your life that helps you along this twin flame journey, whether it be, you know, through YouTube or in person, like a spiritual, someone who's does spiritual guidance. It might be religious, it might be not, or someone who is just very intuitive in their life, or this might be you guys helping each other out in like fifth dimension. Because what it is one of you might be struggling to talk to the other person, but the other person, they'll bring this new passion, a new spark, a new desire to open up this communication further, using your intuition, because the divine feminines will feel this Ace of Cups and a new fulfilling, beautifully divinely guided opportunity coming into her life. And whether it's this relationship or another sort of relationship, it ties in with the twin flame journey anyway. But it still feels like there's still a little bit of work here. Even if you come into union, even if you get this really fulfilling opportunity, it's like, I still got to do a little bit of work here. Because in your headspace, you're kind of looking at the past to let go of it, because you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have all these beautiful, new, long-term, emotionally fulfilling opportunities coming in, and you might take a second to just think about where you come from, where you've been, who you are now, and what you want in the future. Because yeah, in the physical, you're making plans and you're doing them. You have the Three of Wands with the Hierophant. You're starting this new spiritual cycle, whether it's this new twin flame relationship cycle, or well, no matter what, whether you come into reunion or not, because I know some of the twins that watch this are not going to be coming into union until next season or the season after. But the ones that are coming in now, and the other twins that are going to come into union later this year, whatever it is, you're starting a new cycle in the twin flame journey, a new spiritual cycle. So whatever you've dealt with, all the lessons you learned, that's over with. It's only going to get easier from here on. I promise you. It's going to look, there's a bright, sunny future ahead, and you're making moves towards it, and you feel, you know, you've left that cycle behind. You're on to new things. You're on a new cycle, a much lovely cycle, more lovely cycle. The masculines are going to be thinking so much about the feminines and making like calls, like deciding for sure more specifics. You know, they're going to be talking to you. They're going to be talking to you, you know, with more of an open line of communication. You're going to be using your intuition and how to communicate with each other better. And the masculines are talking to the feminine and making more calls in regards to, you know, everything in life, their home life, more specifics, things that are like, you know, what kind of life you want to live, what kind of hobbies you want to do, where you want to live. Should you start talking to each other's friends and family again, or more, you know, how are you going to work together as Pentacles here? So a lot of soul mission talk, definitely a lot of soul mission talk. Because in the Divine Masculine's physical space in the near future, we have the Magician with the Star card. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So Okay, turn off. Sorry about that. I don't usually have that on. The Magician is the Star with the clarifying Death card, as if this specifics you guys are talking about in the near future, now that it's clear where you want to live, the exact location, or, you know, how you can combine lifestyles, where are you going to work, how, you know, what vehicles are you going to have, how your kids are going to fit into this equation, how your family and your friends, and, you know, where you want to go. Once the specifics are being figured out, you guys are talking about them, he's going to work his butt off to manifest it, because he can see the wishes, the stars, he can see it, and now that it's very clear, he can do it now. He's going to make the changes, and the changes are coming. And so are the feminines. The feminines can feel it, they know it, they're on a new cycle. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I am very excited for April, and I wish you much love and light.